Be strong.
Hello guys, welcome to this video. In this video, we'll be seeing how to implement various data structures for various function in OLA using data structures and algorithms. At end of this video, you will be able to understand the problem statement, understand what data structures should be used for different functions and implement and how to implement the code. Now, let's see the logo of OLA. This is the logo of Ola. As we use this in our day-to-day basis, we all know this is the logo of Ola. Now let's see about Ola. Ola, officially known as ANA Technologies Private Limited, it is one of the largest ride-sharing and transportation network companies based in India, and it is headquartered in Bangalore, India. It was founded in December 2010 by Barvish Agarwal and Ankit Bhati. Ola has become a prominent player in global ride-hailing industry, and it has expanded its operation to several other countries, including Australia, New Zealand, and United Kingdom. As we all know, Ola is very cheap as compared to other autos and taxis. Ola doesn't have any bargain and it has lowest price as compared to anything. So now let's see the problem statement. Problem statement. Ola is a leading ride-sharing platform that connects millions of riders with drivers across various cities. To ensure a seamless experience for both riders and drivers, Ola faces several complex challenges related to optimizing its operations and services. This problem statement outlines the key areas where optimization and innovation are needed. As Ola has multiple users, it's very complex to maintain the data and store it. So we have to implement various data structures in order to make it easy. Now let's go to the data structures implementation part. Data structure implementation. First, let's have an outline of every function in this project. The first function we have is creating user details. We use array for this. An array data structure that allows you to store collection of elements of the same data type under a single variable name. It provides a contiguous block of memory where each element is stored in a specific index. Where using an array for storing user details, each element in an array represents a user profile. The time complexity for this array is big O of 1. Now here comes the second function, driver availability. Here we use queue for this. To efficiently match ride request with available drivers, we use queue based on factors such as driver proximity, rate, request urgency, and driver availability. This helps in quickly selecting the most suitable driver for a ride. The time complexity is big often. This is very important because every customer wants immediate access to driver. If the driver is arriving late, it becomes very hectic for the customer. So now here comes the third functionality. Shortest path. Here we use Dijistra's algorithm. It is used to find the shortest path of distance between the driver and the passenger. We will take road as weighted graph according to its distance and will take segments as vertex, and shortest distance can be claimed by seeing their road segments. The time complexity is big O of V square. Now here comes the fourth functionality. It is notifications. Here we use queue. As queue use first in and first out, the first arrived notification will display first and the old notification goes to the root. This involves in bubbling up of notification appeared first. The time complexity is big O of 1. Here comes the fifth functionality, customer care. Here we use queue again. The queue is a fundamental data structure for managing a customer support queue. It operates on a first in, first out basis, ensuring the oldest customer inquiries or issues are addressed first. The time complexity is big O of 1. Now we have 5 functionalities in this project. Now we will see some detailed explanation for each and every one. Now we come into the detailed explanation part, and for the first function we are using array to add the user details. Actually array is a very simple data structure. Here we use indexing like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. It goes according to the number of elements in an array. Here we use index to access elements in an array. So when we add a first details of a user, we store the details here at the zeroth index. Then when we add the uh, data of the second user, we add it here. Then when we add the data of user number 3, we add it here. So this goes on. So as we further proceed, uh, the indexing also goes on. So when we want the details of this second user, we have to use the index 1 in order to get the details of the second user. So this is a very simple data structure and can be used to store multiple data of multiple users. So here we use this. When it comes to the time complexity for array, it is big O of 1. It is big O of 1 because when we add any element at the end, means when we add any element at the end, it doesn't affect the entire array. It doesn't affect entire array. So the time complexity is big O of 1. It is one of the most efficient time complexities across the data structure. When we come to the second functionality, it is about the driver details. In driver details, we have driver ID, driver name, and driver status. Here we add only the drivers who are available. Queue is a data structure in which data is added from one end and data goes out through another end, which is here. So when I add the details of the driver one, the data is stored here. Now I have to add data of another driver. So this data is moved to here and the data of the new driver is added here. Now this helps us in easily getting the driver who is available first. Now this driver is available first. So when we DQ this, we used to get this driver first. So this saves a lot of time and the time complexity for this function is big O of 1 as here only one is affected. Only one process is affected. Before touching the third functionality, we will finish off the fourth and fifth functionalities because it is of queue. The fourth functionality is about notifications. Notifications we use queue because we want the latest notifications first. So we use queue here. The same concept applies here. We get a notification, instant notification at first. We get a note. We'll change the color. We get a notification here, and now the another notification comes. So this is pushed to here, and this message comes here, and a new message forms here. Now what happens when we DQ? The message which comes first in, that comes out first. So this will be very efficient data structure to use for notification. And the time complexity here is big O of 1 as just it's not affecting any other stuffs. So when we come to the fifth and last and final functionality, it is the customer care. In customer care, we use queue because it is much necessary. Because when The user raises a query, it is pushed in here. So uh, the first query is here, and this is used in the end of the industry, because the industry wants to solve the first query raised by the customer. So when another user raises a second query, this is the second query, the first query is pushed to the next place. So this query comes here. Now this process continues, and when we DQ, the first query raised by the customer comes out first. So this is very helpful to solve the first query raised by the customer. So this is the first come first serve mechanism, which is a bit applied here. So the time complexity here is big O of one, because just the first in element is just coming out. So it is very efficient for customer care. Now here we come to the third functionality. We use Digit's algorithm to find the shortest path. Here A, B, C, D, E, F are vertices, and A, B, B, C, B, D, E, F, etc. are edges. Here the ultimate aim is to find the shortest path. We use this because it is very efficient to find the shortest path between the driver and the user. The time complexity of this algorithm is big O of vertices, the whole square. This is very efficient to find the shortest path between the user and the driver. So now let's go into the coding part. Let's open the C line. I have already coded everything and implemented already, and just now we will have an overview of this code. So first I have generally typed those steps, mandatory steps, which is necessary for every program in C. This studio.h, standard bool.h, limits.h, string.h. Now here we are defining the things we have used in this program, and now here comes the structure. This is the structure to represent the user profile. This is the structure to represent the driver availability profile, and this is a structure to represent the notification. This is a structure to represent the data of a customer inquiry or issue. Um, Now this is also the structure. Define a queue data structure for notifications and customer inquiries. This is actually for both notifications and customer inquiries. Now here it comes to the function to initialize queue, and just we go on. Here comes the function to add a user profile. Now let's go deeper into this. Void user. Here it's just get all about getting the input from the user. It's all about getting input from the user and just pushing the values into the array. So after pushing, we are getting a success message. We are getting a message that user profile added successfully, and if the maximum number of users are reached, that's also is indicated. The maximum number of users are already indicated in the top. Maximum user is just 10. It's defined here, maximum use. So when it is overflows, it is the message is printed there, and this is the function to display the user profile. So just see here we have more printfs, everything just to print whatever we have given as an input previously. And if nothing is found, we have a else statement here to display no user profile to display. So this is just similar to that. This function is used to add details to the driver system about the driver. This function provides three steps like driver name. This is input from the user. Then it also asks about the availability, even it has the availability. Defaultly, every driver is available. If we want to change, we have a separate thing to change that. This is same like uh, the function to display the user detail. The function to display the driver information is a bit similar to that. It's same actually. This is what I was speaking about. This is used to change the availability of a driver. This this particular code is used. Defaultly, everything is set that the driver is available. The driver is unavailable. Using this part of the code, we can set that the driver is unavailable. So the rest of the code can just see. We have everything here. We have code up to 323 lines, and now we come to the end of the code here. Okay, this is just the main thing here, and see this is the user detail steps here, and we print those steps here. Like these are the sub options which we have for every particular things here, and we have some steps here. Now it's time for implementation. The coding is very vast, and if we implement, it's very easy to understand. Coding is very vast here. Now let's run. Okay. Now see, we have uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 options here. Now we will enter our option, manage user details. Now we get three other sub options. Now we are going to add the details of user. So we press one, enter name. I'll give my name Atmanathan. We press enter. My age is 18, so I'll put 18 here. My email ID is xa at gmail.com. Now press enter. We have got a message from the compiler that user profile is added successfully. So now let's add another user. So we will add another user profile that is uh, that is mm, we have to press one again to add another user profile. So I'll add my friend's name Ajay, and his age is also 18. So it's 18, and enter user email. So a at gmail.com. Let's press enter, and we have got user profile added successfully. So now we have added two users now. So now let's find whether it is stored properly or not. So enter the option. I have to manage user details, and again I have to display the user profiles now. So I'm pressing two now. Okay. So let's find here. Okay, now I'm getting the details of the two users. The first user is me and the second user is my friend. I'm getting the details whichever I have entered. So this is working correctly. So now let's move to the second functionality, which is manage driver availability. So we have four sub options here. We have add driver, display drivers, which is add drivers and display drivers is same as the previous one. Uh, it is same as adding user details and those stuff. And the only one thing different here is toggle driver availability, which I have previously explained in the coding part, that it is used to change the availability of the driver. As default, every driver is said to be available. If the driver is not available, we have to toggle those thing, that availability of driver. So now let's start by adding driver. Okay. Uh, Now let's keep the name of the driver as Ram. So driver added successfully. We have got a message, and we will add another driver. So two, enter. His name is. Um Now we have to add another driver, so we have to press one again. So this name, name of the driver is J. So we have added another driver successfully. Now we have to manage the driver availability. So now we will display the drivers, then we will toggle with that. Okay. As I said, the driver one, ID is one, name is from which I have entered, and as I said, by default, every driver is set to be available. Now I'm in the place of driver two, and now my status is not available. Now I'm going to toggle. So I have to go to manage driver availability and just toggle driver availability. I have to use the option 3 here. Now enter driver ID to toggle. So I'm the driver number 2 now, who has ID 2. So I'm going to press 2. See, now we have got a message that driver 2, his name is Jay, is not available. So now let's uh, find that different display drivers. Now we have to go to. So previously we saw here that Jay was available for the ride. Now he's not available. So we will check here. Here here he was available previously. After toggle, Mr. J is not available. Now we can use 0 for exit. I hope this video is interesting and useful for you guys. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.